We back. Oh, and like really lopsided. Hold up. Okay, we had to move a little bit, but hello. I'm Sophie going on. Welcome or welcome back. Depending on, you know, what's happening. Today, obviously, I'm on my bed, so that means goals. It is actually currently the 31st of August, so a few of these goals might change a little bit. So I'll just update it while I'm editing, but let's go. So, first and foremost, how did August even go? My goals were as follows. Start world building Project Quest, my fantasy novel. Finish the zero draft of Project Glass, my sort of contemporary book. I don't know what to call it. Read 5 books, upload 10 videos to YouTube, and start prioritizing school again. That's it. That's all of them. But how did they go? That's what I'm here to figure out. So I did start world building Project Quest, and I am very much in the thick of it. It's getting wacky. It's getting a lot more dense than I realized, and I'm really happy about it because it felt very urban fantasy, and that's not what I wanted. So it's finally becoming the fantasy that I assumed it would be in the first place. I also finished the zero draft of Project Glass, I think on the 6th day of August, actually. It was just so boom, 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 and I finished it. So now I'm revising it, because it is the zero draft, and I'm just gonna take it at face value and go. And so far, I've read 4 books, that's 8, 4 books this month, which I'll get into in a second. But this one, Esperanza Rising, is super short, super quick. Like, look at those. You can probably read that from there. But I'm assuming I'll be able to finish that, though, today. So, I'll see how that goes. I actually uploaded 11 videos instead of 10, which I'm pretty sure I consciously did. I was like, I'm not getting the 10. I'm gonna get more than 10. So I squeezed in another one, but I did upload 11 videos as opposed to 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as for prioritizing school, I don't really know how to quantify that. I guess I could say that I work on my school stuff in the morning and get it all done before I start anything else, and that means I've prioritized it. So I'm just gonna say I have prioritized school. It's a vague goal. I win. So here were the 4, not 8, books that I read. So 2 of them were physical, and then 2 of them were graphic novels that I got on my Libby app. So, yes. In order, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I am aware now of some certain things that she has done, so maybe I won't be picking up another one of her books, but I haven't really dug into it too much, so I don't know the current state of things, but I did read this. Second was A Winter's Promise from my library. This will have to be taken back soon. More on that later, but I kinda want to buy it so I can get the rest of the series as it comes out, because I checked and it's not all out yet. So I might buy this so I can have the whole series, because like, look at that cover, man. Dang. And then third, we're onto the graphic novels. It was They Called Us the Enemy. Oh, I don't know the author, but it's about Japanese internment camps during World War II and like a child's perspective. It's a non-fiction, it's a historical account. That's the word. It's a historical account, and just from a person who was a child at the time. It was really good. I liked it. I read it in I think I read it in one day. And then the last book I read was the first volume of The Paper Girls, because I've seen it a bit and I was like, oh, that looks cool. And it was. I didn't know it was going to take that sci-fi turn at all. I guess I should have seen it, but yeah, I really liked it, and I'm gonna try and get the next ones in time. Oh, there goes my notebook. Okay, so those were my goals from last month. Those were the books that I read last month, and hopefully I can add this one to my list. But what am I gonna change? What am I gonna change to make this month, September, better? Just two things. Less books, less videos. Because, first of all, I barely was able to get the 5 books. I didn't get the 5 books. I barely even was able to get, like, probably the 4 anyways, because those graphic novels take one sitting to read through, and those were kind of like easy money. So I have 2 other books on my September TBR that were supposed to be on my August TBR that you will see. But I know at the current like pace at which I can read, which is like super slow, and the current like time that I have, because I do like to read late at night, like 2 in the morning. I'll read until like midnight to like 5 in the morning and just vibe. But with school and waking up at 7 every morning, I can't really do that unless I want to go insane. So I haven't been reading that much, and I also read really slow, so it's not like happening. So less books. And then on the less videos thing, it was just getting a little harder to keep up with my schedule. And I know I said I wanted to be a little more lenient with my schedule, but I also said that that probably wouldn't work. So far, that's not happening. So less videos, so I can kind of back off a little bit. Unless I do want to squeeze in other videos, then I will. But now, what even are my goals for this fine September? Well, MILWORDY is starting. I am joining MILWORDY somewhere up there, and not really for the 1,000,000 words, though that would be crazy if I could get 1,000,000 words. I'm just kind of using it as a way to push myself to write more, don't mind the birds, and track, to form the habit of tracking. So MILWORDY is starting, and along with that, I'm going to be starting the 0 draft of my sci-fi novel that I've been talking about. So start MILWORDY, start my 0 draft. I am so excited. Today is in fact the 31st. I said that at the beginning of the video, I think, and I am so excited for this to start. Like, I'm gonna lose it, I don't know. And instead of the 5 books, I'm gonna try and read 4 books, because I did do that this month, though it was 2 graphic novels. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll get into my TBR at the end. And then for the less videos, instead of 10, I'm doing 8. So just Sundays and Wednesdays. Hopefully I calculated that right. It might have to be 9. And on that, I want to make at least one of those videos a drawing video, because I have not done one of those in forever, I feel. So I just want to make one of them a drawing video, because that'll make me have to draw, and therefore, 1, meeting my goal of drawing more for the rest of this year, and 2, meeting this new goal of getting 1 drawing video out. So it's a win-win. Okay, this video is kind of all over the place because my mind was all over the place when I was scripting this, but back to writing. I know I'm already in the thick of world building my fantasy novel, but my goal written down here, and I quote, is to world build the frick out of Project Quest. So, once again, not very quantifiable, but it is up to my own interpretation, so I'll probably just say I hit that goal anyways. And then, more writing. I want to finish revising draft 0 of Project Glass, which I finished this month, and which I am almost halfway done revising. Because then, after I'm done revising, I'm gonna rework, I'm gonna world build, I'm gonna beef up, and then I'm gonna start draft 1! So, very epic. I also want to finish Act 2 of Project What? I don't know how that's gonna go. That is a big boy. So even on my script it has 3 question marks because that is a stretch. I do have until November to finish this story. That's when I want it to be done. So September, October. So I have 2 more months to get this done, but I also wanted to be done with line editing before November. So maybe getting Act 2 done this month, like as a goal, is like logically like the best idea, because then Act 3 you just fume and then line edit. But like realistically, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it there though, just to stare at when I'm bored. I don't know. And on Project What, I also want to start planning out the trilogy. And this also goes into my fantasy novel, which I finally came to the conclusion that it should be a quartet, 4 books. So that's also one of my goals. Start plotting out the trilogy for Project What or Violet, and start plotting out the quartet for Project Quest. It does say start, it doesn't say completely plot out. So once again, not very quantifiable, easily winnable depending on how harsh I am. Just a very lenient goal, and that's what I need. But those are all of them. Start MILWORDY and the 0 draft of my sci-fi novel. Read 4 books. Upload 8 videos. World build my sci-fi novel. Finish revising my weird contemporary one. Finish Act 2 of my dystopian adventure one. And maybe start planning out that trilogy, and maybe start planning out my fantasy quartet. That's a lot, but in writing, but it's MILWORDY, so I gotta do that. You know, I'm trying to justify it. I don't know if it's working though. Anyways, let's go on to my TBR for this month. Yay! It is 4 books, because I want to read 4 books. Not counting this one, because I'm really hanging on to the goal of finishing this tonight. So this one's just kind of like in the middle of the 2 months. So whichever it falls in, it falls in. Hopefully it'll fall in August. But my TBR is on the other side of my bed, so I can't grab it. Okay, it is The Color Purple. Had it for a while, like all my books, and I just want to read it, you know? I've heard about it. I've heard it make people cry. What's not to love? Emergency Contact. I saw this at Barnes & Noble, and I was like, dang, that's a cool cover. And then I bought it and never read it. Next is the ever-present The Institute. I cannot seem to be able to pick up this novel. I always put it on my TBR, and then it never gets read. What's that about? And then finally is a book that I'm about the 4th of the way through of, because it was on my August TBR and I just didn't finish it. Manual for Survival, a Chernobyl guide to the future. There's my progress. I am actually really liking it. I like nonfiction stuff, and this one is actually helping me for Project What. So, you know, I've been taking some notes. I think it's taking me a little longer to get through because I'm not just enjoying it, I'm trying to look for valid information for my own story. But yes, this is the last one, and it'll probably be the first one that I pick up next month because, you know, I am already a fourth the way through. Moving on. Those are my books. These are my goals. And let's see how MILWORDY goes. Honestly, MILWORDY and school and the Rona. Who knows about her, you know? What am I saying? Anyways, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next month to see how this month went. How is it gonna go? Alright. Peace.